Hey tribe, what's up? What's up? Hey Project Soul Shine. All right, it's Monday. It's a new week. And I don't know about you, but the energy feels a heck of a lot lighter this week. So I'm super pumped and I'm excited to bring this to you. This is the 5-day manifesting challenge that we're doing here in Project Soul Shine. This is to help you manifest something that you want in 5 days by Friday. This is the deal. All right. So what is day one? So day one is really this intro into what manifesting is about and why this works. We touched on it a little bit in our team chat last night. And if you've seen the movie The Secret, you've probably heard some of this already. So manifesting is based on the law of attraction, which is a natural law. This doesn't change, okay? Can't be changed, can't be broken, which is like attracts like, okay? Like attracts like. And it's also based on the other natural law that our thoughts become things. And I don't know how this works. I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of why this works. I know that it just works. And I'll give you an example. We are made up of energy. Everything on this earth, everything in this universe is really made up of energy. Even though you think like your hand is solid, if we really put it under a microscope and really looked at, our bodies, they're pulsating with energy. They're atoms and molecules that have come together, and these atoms and molecules are made of energy. So we are energetic beings. And I know a lot of us in this group understand this because that's part of why we're here as Volo coaches and why we're attracted to this in the first place, because we understand that we are energetic spiritual beings. And part of that energy, that makes our minds also made up of this universal energy. And our minds have a piece of that cosmic wisdom. We're made from some creative energy. That energy source that makes up all of us, that created everything in this universe, that's part of us. We have a piece of that. So if that energy was so freaking powerful that it came together and it made the trees, it made the ocean, it made the sun, it made the clouds, and it made us and the animals and everything else minerals, then imagine we all have phone call had to come in, right? Did I manifest that? We had to, a piece of that creative energy and that power exists within us. So think about that. Think about that. The Creator made everything in this universe to its perfection and to its ability to do what it does naturally, right? Like grass grows out of the ground. Plants and trees grow out of the ground. That's what they do with ease and with flow and with effort, okay? Not a lot of thought into it. That's their natural gift, and they're able to do that. They can manifest. A little seed can manifest into a giant tree or to anything. That's what they can do. That's their creator energy. We have some of that too. We get to create our own environment. We get to create our experiences. We get to create the story called our life. So how does this work? Well, thoughts, everything for humans, everything generates as a thought. And then it's how we act on those thoughts and our habits and our beliefs about those thoughts that shape our lives, right? So if you think about it, right now, I'm talking to you on an iPhone 8 Plus, okay? These iPhones were an invention and an idea, a thought inside the head of someone from Apple, Steve Jobs with the original iPhone. That was just a thought in his imagination. That's our creative power, our imagination. Everything starts with an idea. And then, like I said, it's what we do with that after we have those thoughts. So, and I'll give you another example of how powerful thoughts are into manifesting into our lives. You've probably heard about visualization and how athletes use this, like Olympic athletes, professional athletes visualize, the big game before the big game. They visualize themselves doing whatever it is successfully. Actors, actresses, you've probably seen this many times. And I will give you a personal example of how that works. I last year was really, really sick with some unknown, symptoms, and no one could figure out what was wrong with me. I was finally diagnosed with Lyme disease last year and a couple of co-infections with that. Well, what happened was I wasn't able to breathe deeply. I wasn't able to really do a lot of the things that I had previously done like a month ago. I used to be I was on a tennis team. That was one of my jams. I used to love exercise and tennis. I was big into that, into fitness. My whole life I've been an athlete. And so I was devastated because I could barely even walk down the street without huffing and puffing. So for a good year, I was doing zero exercise while I was figuring out what was wrong. And then finally, once they figured it out, getting treated, it was not recommended that I push my body in any way, shape, or form, which is, if you are an athlete, you know that's really hard. It was really hard. So, but last year, what I used to do to keep my sanity, because I couldn't do this anymore, was I used to visualize myself playing tennis. Tennis was like my meditation. It was where I was in the flow, where I felt everything, that magical, that was my passion. So I would visualize in my head, I would run through tennis lessons with my coach that I had taken before. I would visualize them. Sometimes I would even do the motions with my body very gently, or I'd visualize myself in a tennis match and doing well. So it was last November, I finally played tennis again for the first time after a year of doing nothing. And I mean nothing. I didn't lift weights. I didn't run. I didn't walk. I didn't do anything. So you would think, logic would say that I would have gone onto the tennis court and I would have done horribly. I would have been rusty. I would have been winded, tired. But I had this phenomenal day. I had a phenomenal game. Well, it was actually a practice with another team, and I did amazing. And they had no idea that I had been out for a year and just walked back in that day. And I was like, damn, like what the heck? And there's no literal explanation for that except for the fact that I visualize myself doing it every day, that I could walk back in and play as if I never left. In fact, I would dare say I even did better than the last time I had played. So thoughts are freaking powerful. That was the day that I really got like law of attraction and visualization. I was like, whoa, like this shit works. And because there's just, like I said, no logical explanation. Okay, so we are operating on that whole concept that thoughts become things. What we think about comes about. Where attention goes, energy flows. You've probably heard all of those sayings, and they are absolutely true. So, and you'll notice, like, even in your own life, if you wake up in the morning and you're feeling kind of crabby, or you're like pounding the snooze button, or you wake up and you spill your coffee, or you wake up and you stub your toe, or something happens, and you let that take over, doesn't it seem to happen that everything else goes wrong after that? You get in a traffic jam, the people at the coffee shop don't make your coffee right, or whatever it is. It just seems like everything goes downhill if we're focused on waking up in that bad space. It seems like all the events after that just prove your thought right? Because the idea is that when you put your thought out to the universe that something's wrong or something's bad, you're going to get evidence everywhere that that's true. Just like if we say things about money, I can't afford it. You're going to get evidence everywhere that it's true. Okay? Or if I have the worst luck, or I only attract bad relationships, or whatnot, I don't feel like I belong anywhere. That you'll find more and more evidence of that in the world. Every time you go look on, social media, you go out and do your thing, the universe will show you, you're commanding what you feel is to be true for you, and the universe is no choice but to reflect that back. So we're going to be super mindful of our thoughts today. This is challenge day 1. So on The Secret, if you've seen the movie The Secret, they line out the process for manifesting and law of attraction. I'm going to go through it real quick. Number one is ask. So you're asking the universe, cosmic wisdom, God, whatever you want to call it, you're asking for what it is you want to manifest. Number 2 is you believe that you can have it. Believe that you can have it. That's a huge one. Even if at first it seems like, your inner self is saying, what? No. It's, yes, do what you have to do to make that belief that you can have it, whether it's through affirmations, whether it's through writing down your vision, whatever it is. And then number 3 is you visualize. So you visualize yourself already having it, already having what you want to manifest, and really feel it. Like if you're visualizing a new car, Close your eyes, put your hands out, check, like they even say this in the movie, look at your hands, look at every detail of your body, and feel yourself putting your hands around the steering wheel and visualize yourself driving it, okay? And just allow yourself to feel it as if. And then be ready to receive it. So part of what we attract is we need to be believing that we can have it and ready to receive it. So, and being grateful. Be grateful before it even happens. Thank you for having for $1,000 this week. Thank you for this new car. Thank you for this new opportunity, whatever it is. And then I like to add one more piece to this, right, which is take inspired action, because we can't, even though this thoughts become things is such a powerful concept and a law, and it's true, but we do need to take action. Just positive thinking alone is not going to manifest anything for us, and just visualizing alone. We need to take inspired action. So knowing what we want and doing one thing, at least one thing every day towards that vision, towards whatever it is you want to manifest. And this is not a BS concept, right? I mean, right? This has to be one of those concepts, one of these natural laws that we just don't question. It just works. Kind of like gravity, right? When we learn about gravity, we don't test the waters, right? We know that if we jump from a high place, we're going to fall. We don't question that because that just works. That's just the physics of it. That's the way it is. It's the same with this. This is an age-old secret, an age-old concept that has been proven time and time again. Just the issue is, not many people were taught this. We are programmed to, in fact, ignore it, and we are programmed to do the opposite. Okay, so this sometimes, depending on where you are in your own law of attraction and manifesting beliefs, this can take a lot of practice. So give yourself the space in the room to do this work. So here's what I want you to do today. Remember that like attracts like. So you're going to attract what it is that you're thinking about and what it is that you desire. So that's what we're going to work on. So choose one desire that you want to manifest in these 5 days. Just work on one. We're not going to overwhelm ourselves. We're going to work on one desire and really think about what that would be. Is it money? Is it a relationship? Is it, something material, a material possession? Is it bringing on tribe members for Volo? Is it for bringing on customers for Volo that are interested in your happiness course? Whatever it may be, could it be better health? I want you to visualize what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. And then I want you to think of, if there were no limits, if there were nothing in your way, if there were no limits, it was just going to happen, what would you be attracting? And what would you declare? What would you attract into your life if there were no rules, if there were no limits, if anything was possible? What would you manifest? So when you're thinking about what you really want, I want you to go I don't want you to have to just do something teeny. I want you to go for it. Just go for it. Dream big. If there were no limits, what would it be? What would you attract? And what would you declare that you want to show up in 5 days? I want you to declare, not just think it would be nice if. Universe doesn't respond to vagueness, it doesn't respond to confusion, and it responds to direct orders. Okay, just like Aladdin and the lamp, right? The genie comes out and says, your wish is my command. Aladdin had to be clear, right? And you have to really be careful of what you wish for, okay? Because like attracts like, so be super clear and be super sure about this, okay? So whatever it is, too, I want you to write it down. Either get a special journal. You guys, I have a million of these things. I would suggest, if you haven't done so already, get yourself notebooks. This is for Volo in particular. See, these are from the dollar store. It doesn't have to be anything freaking fancy. I would suggest journaling. If you haven't already, get yourself a journal. And I would even get a bunch of notebooks for each different things that you're learning and experiencing so that you can have a place to really go back for referencing. There's something powerful about thinking and then writing, because we're retraining our subconscious mind. We're undoing years and years of programming that has been done by our society, our culture, our parents, teachers, friends, family, whoever. And that didn't take overnight to program. That took years. So now it's going to take some time to unravel. But there's something powerful about just writing it down. There's like almost like a process. But if you think it and you declare it and you write it, there's something about that really cements it in. So we're retraining our subconscious to work on our command. We're not going to be led by our subconscious anymore. Okay. And that's where our unconscious beliefs, that's where our limiting beliefs sit. Okay, so anything that we've learned and absorbed, we're going to retrain it. So that's what I want you to do is there's something magical about handwriting. Okay, I know there are also online journals, which are cool too. Do what speaks to you, but I do believe that there's something magical about the handwriting that really does it, to get your subconscious to work on it for you, because you want it to be your ally and your partner, not your limiting, not your, roadblock, obstacle. So write this down. I intend to manifest, you fill in the blank, in the next 5 days. I intend this or something better for the highest good of all involved. And so it is done. So I'll say it again. Write this down. I intend to manifest, fill in what it is, in the next 5 days. I intend this or something better for the highest good of all involved. And so it is done. Okay? And I want you to write those down, and that's it for today. That's it. So for the next 4 days, I'm going to be showing you a little practical talking practical tips on how to make that happen over the next 4 days, and how to take away any limiting beliefs or doubts around it, and just share a little more about it, about thoughts become things. So I want you to be excited about this, because that's going to help drive you to that feeling. That feeling is huge. So I want you to be excited about what it is that you're choosing to manifest, and start right there for today and get super clear, super fired up about it. Write it down. And just remember that thoughts become things. So be aware of what your thoughts are. I want you to direct your thoughts in a positive way towards this thing, as if it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. You're grateful, and as if it's going to happen. So take action as if, what would somebody do who has this already? So start to think about those things. Okay, so if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you want to share what it is you're going to manifest, because I'll tell you what, there's also something super powerful about declaring it out to other people that make us go into action mode. Something super powerful about that. So you can declare it on your Facebook wall, you can declare it here in the group, wherever it is, you're in a safe, or in the team chat, you're in a safe space here, no worries. And so you can do that. And also, if you have any breakthroughs, or if there's anything you want to say and that you've learned aha takeaways, absolutely comment here with those as well. And let's be super supportive. I absolutely adore this entire tribe in Project Soulshine. I know with the amazing people we have here already and the amazing people we're going to attract, this is going to be such a powerful group of manifestors and heart-centered entrepreneurs who are going to change lives. And it's going to start with us changing our own as well. So let's, walk the talk and be the change. And this is where it's going to start. So yeah, just love you guys so much. Love the community that we're creating. And I want us to be able to welcome in so many more people to this and help them to build the lives of their dreams. So let's do this. Let me know if you have any questions again, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2.